I'm an attorney with Maryland Realtors. I'm also the staff executive for the commercial section, also known as the Commercial Alliance Committee. I'm going to showcase what we present on our Maryland Realtors website. So I'm going to share my screen with you all. Okay, on our site, what we offer to our members is our annual event. For the commercial section, we have the annual 2024 Commercial Symposium this year, which will be held on March 28th. It's at the College Park Marriott in Hyattsville, Maryland. We have a great presentation set. So here's our tentative schedule. It's set to begin at 7 o'clock, from 7 o'clock to 8 a.m. That's registration and breakfast. We have welcome announcements. We will have possibly a legislative update for commercial legislative things that are happening that can really benefit the commercial real estate industry. We have a break, and then we have our main course, so to speak. So from 8:45 all the way through 11:45, we have Dr. Anirban Basu, who will be presenting a micro and macroeconomic review of the state of Maryland and also the 2024 National Economic Outlook. Now, once he presents, we'll also bring along our panelists who will be talking about strategies to engage the P3, but also some case studies that they've worked on, some things that may be happening around the commercial real estate industry that can really be a benefit to commercial realtors, but also just anyone in the commercial industry. So who we have on that panel, of course, Anirban Basu is the moderator for it, but we'll have guest speakers Tom Sadowski, who's the executive director of the Maryland Economic Development Group, or Corp. Greg Permasan, who's the manager of business development for Gilbane Construction. Jacqueline Hartman, who's the Assistant Secretary of Transportation Investments at MDOT, and then Rochelle Wilson, who's the Deputy Director of Rockville Development. And they're definitely eager to share their experience and some of the issues that they've seen thus far this year and last year. After that, we have a lunch and awards presentation. So every year we give out a Commercial Realtor Excellence Award for the commercial realtor who may have been nominated due to how many sales transactions they've had or how much civic service they've done around the Maryland world and their community. It's definitely been a great way to showcase just, the highlight and the success of what comes in this industry. So that'll be happening around the lunchtime. We also have some sponsorship presentations that will be taking place. In our afternoon session, we have continuing education classes. So from what I've always heard, it's been a little bit difficult to get a hold of some continuing education classes for commercial realtors. So we're providing at least 6 here at the symposium. Some are overlapping, so you can have at the most 4.5 credits. So it starts with commercial agency, which is a 3-hour course. In that commercial agency class, you would be receiving three hours. Also, to double back, this panel speaking is also up for credit approval. It's pending right now with Maryland Real Estate Commission, but we're also trying to get continuing education credits for that as well. And then 2:30 to 2:45 to 4:15, we have Commercial Real Estate Boot Camp, which is a class about investment sales, which will be taught by Lorenzo Wooden Jr. He's also a part of the CCIM, and that's a 1.5-hour CE credit. And we also have, I skipped 1 o'clock to 2:30, as you can see here. Do your Maryland commercial lease and contract need greenhouse gas provision? This is an emphasis on the climate bill that passed. And so we'll discuss that in more detail about how that looks for your commercial transactions, how that looks for provisions. And that's taught by attorney Stuart Kaplow. So great presentation put together there. Our evening is really capped off by a deal exchange. If you've never attended this event before, what that means is if you have properties currently, if you're the listing agent and you have something that you would like to present, or if you even have a buyer that's interested, a buyer client that's interested, this provides that opportunity where you can showcase your property by showing it at our event. We'll have monitors presenting this in the hallway near the exhibitors as well, so everyone will get the chance to showcase what they have. So we always put this date a little bit closer to the deadline or to the start date. So it's on the 28th, and this deadline for a deal exchange is March 21st. It's only available to attendees. So if you are attending, please feel free to submit your properties. If you have one that's pending, you can absolutely send it to, I think it's highlighted here. I hope you all can see that. Our legal assistant is Alika Scott. She'll keep that on track with us, but it will be presented in a PowerPoint form. And then Commercial Excellence Award, as I mentioned, the deadline has passed, but keep this in mind for next year. It's definitely a great opportunity to showcase who you think, whether it's you yourself as someone who should be awarded for their excellence in this community, or if you have a peer that you think deserves an award. Our Commercial Excellence Award is a great way to showcase that. You'll have your name and image out there for our Maryland Realtors magazine. It's also showcased in a lot of different variety of ways for our publishing. So it's marketed that way. So, and this year we're happy to have a lot of sponsors this year, including Concierge with Aaron Rice. And we have, as you can see, a wide array of commercial real estate resources that are out there. So we really want to showcase that for you. And aside from this, if you are a member with Maryland Realtors, the biggest thing, or one of the biggest draws I think that catches a lot of people's attention, aside from the resources that we provide here, are the legal resources that we provide. We have a statewide forms library. This is mostly catered towards residential agents. However, this is something that is growing, and we're also growing it for commercial agents as well. But these are just, it's a wide array of forms to be used. It's also something that we provide a legal hotline on. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're able to provide legal services. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the afternoon, where if you have questions going on, whatever it may be, we're open and available. However, it's only available to our members. So if you are a commercial realtor who's not a member, you're not able to get the full benefit of what we provide there. But this is just something that I definitely emphasize to everyone who isn't aware that this is what Maryland Realtors provides to everyone. So. And that's my showcase of the Maryland Realtors website and just the organization for you all.
So great presentation, Diamond. Thank you so much. And I
Thank
know
you.
that you're in between manning the phones for the hotline.
Yes, I
So when
am.
people call, they'll be speaking to you, right?
Yeah, they'll be speaking to me. I think I have a very distinct name, so they'll know it's me.
So and so the Commercial Alliance, what are some of the barriers to growing the membership with the Commercial Alliance?
So one of the barriers that I've seen right away is that the free form, like it's less free flowing than residential realtors seem to have as far as sharing of documents, sharing of forms, sharing of resources. So what I've done is really tried to spearhead where I can find all the resources, who is providing commercial classes, who's providing commercial continuing education credits. I think those are some of the barriers that I see, just access to those things. So if I can put them all together, if the more I learn about which issues are out there, the more I can help and assist, wherever I can. But that we're actively working towards providing possibly a Maryland Realtors commercial designation. That's something that is in the future and in the works. But I think that's something that everyone can benefit from.
Got it. Got it. Great stuff. So when it comes to maybe manning the hotline and getting some calls, maybe do you get a lot of calls on the commercial side? And what would you say is probably the most popular? Uh,
So yeah, majority are residential agents, and that's because of how many, I guess, commercial agents have the tendency to have their own attorneys. So a lot of the documents that are drafted or that their broker is using have been drafted by attorneys. So they'll contact that attorney for their questions, which is absolutely, in line with what you should do. But if you were to contact us, we'd also be able to assist in some ways, and it's just more general. And I think that's one caveat too, is that we're answering more general questions, and sometimes commercial agents need more specific answers.
Got it. And so as we close out, do people reach you directly or do they contact the hotline or how do people communicate with you directly if they?
So if they have a legal hotline question, they can go on our website for that. I have that number. Let me see if I can pull that back up from our website. So this is the telephone number here, and only members can contact this number. So that's one way to reach us, and you can also ask for Diamond Smith there, but that's a phone number that's provided. Oh, am I showing my screen? Hold on, let's see.
Not yet.
Not yet. I was just showing that and just talking. So let's see. Here we go. Here's the phone number, which is 443-716-3502. That's our legal hotline. And then if you have questions that are just about general resources that need to be accessed, where can you find things, you can reach me at my email, which is diamond.smith@mdrealtor.org. Again, that's diamond.smith@mdrealtor.org. And you can ask for any questions as far as, where do I go for licensing? Where do I go for continuing education? Of course, Maryland Real Estate Commission deals with all of your licensing, so go there. But also I can maybe at least guide you to where you can find the answers if I don't have the answer on hand.
Perfect. Great job, Diamond. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
All right. Great job.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.